Gaffer, your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, listen, good. Again, obviously, Plymouth Parkway for coming across and giving us a competitive game, because it's always nice when you play them. As I said before, it's obviously a bit different when there's no fans and we couldn't play at their place, but we wanted to bring them over here and play on our turf because we could, and the protocols allowed us to. So now listen, 45 minutes for two teams and some volume in the legs, and they've worked hard, the lads, some good patterns of play and phases of play. So listen, it's nice. The lads were chomping at the bit after 2 weeks of hard graft. They've now got 45 minutes under the belt.
This is obviously your first experience of football in a post-COVID world. How did you find it all?
Yeah, listen, it's not nice, it's not exciting, is it? Well, I say not nice, it's not exciting because there's no one there to scream and shout at the players and give them a boost of confidence if needed in pre-season. But it's always nice to see the fans and the locals and the families out with the kids and whatever, especially on a nice sunny day like today, to be watching Argyle, because that's what they're here to do. So it was a bit different, but I think once you get into the game of it and into the swing of things, and as I say, it was importantly for the boys to get the minutes in the legs.
You at the end of the game, you went over and had a chat with Parkway manager Lee Hobbs. Can you let us into?
Yeah, listen, I've got a good relationship with Lee, and I've always said, look, I'll do anything to whether it's to make the money and we bring a team over to Parkway, because again, non-league teams, they have to budget quite well, and Lee's got a great team, got a great relationship with him at the moment since I met him last season, and that'll continue. And if I can help him out in any way, and I've said with players and whatever, and I just thanked the players and said, look, thanks, your application was top class, and they thanked us for bringing them to their own park, because as I've said, some of them may not play our own park ever again. And they respect that, they respect us, and we respect them. So look, it's mutual respect, I think, between our football club and Plymouth Parkway also, as well as me and the manager and the players. We probably see the players out and about, and they'll see our players, and it's nice to have that little bond with them, because the sort of the other side that we can help them out in any way. I think relationships are key like that, so we'll always have a good relationship.
They obviously made the most of their opportunity, scored a great free kick, and then obviously Charlie Miller scored a great goal as well. What was your kind of assessment of the game itself?
The assessment of the game was irrelevant in terms of the scorelines for us, and probably for them as for Parkway as well. Let's have it right. It's a pre-season game. They got out with what they wanted, and so did we. For us, we just had a few situations we wanted to get out today, and you lose it, get it back and whatnot, and play our patterns of play and move the ball side to side nice and quick, and that's what we'll always do, and that's what we said to the boys today. Put the effort in, but ultimately it was about 45 minutes in the legs. You had a little bit rustiness at times, and when the pitch dried out, and one or two jumping on the ball a little bit, and one or two taking one or two extra touches. But again, it's the first 45 minutes in pre-season. We've got another 5 weeks now to keep going, keep working on stuff. As I say, the assessment of the game was just to get 45 minutes into the lads.
It's obviously the first pre-season game, and with the difficulties we've had in pre-season following guidance and organising fixtures and stuff, that's the only one that's currently been announced. What happens now?
Yeah, well, we've got more. We've got another 5 penciled in, but again, we have to make sure that the protocols allow us to do them, which I'm sure they will. And i.e. people who've been tested, who come back negative and whatnot, and clubs, football clubs, potential a lot of professional football clubs who've already had the tests. But yeah, we're looking all the time for games. We've penciled 5 in, as I've just said now, so hopefully they can get the go ahead. We've got a free week next week, and then we'll take the lads away for 4 or 5 days and hopefully get a couple of games, and then we'll just address it as it comes. And as I say, before a few weeks ago we had pre-season penciled in, I've just got kiboshed, and that's gone now, so we've had to start fresh again. Obviously Parkway was always in there, but there's other teams who were supposed to play, and we can't play them now.
You obviously picked a lot of young players who've been up with the first team this past week or so. How did you assess their performance? Yeah,
listen, they were excellent. Their application of the boys, since they've come up, been different class, they've come back a lot fitter, so fair play to Dan and the staff, because they'll have told them, look, if the gaffer needs you pre-season, you've got to make sure you're ready. Young Brandon, 16 years of age, young Finley, 17, and Charlie, 17, the young kids. And but look, they're not here because we need the bodies. They're here because they're good enough, as you've seen today. Charlie scored a great goal, should have scored again. Finley, he had that ball on lockdown, didn't he? He was dictating the middle of the park, and Brandon just slotted in alongside Naz there as a left-sided centre-half, as if he'd played there all season. So look, we're pleased with them. They're still only young boys, so we've got to make sure we look after them in the right possible way. But they'll stay with us now. They're in our bubble, they've been tested, they're all good, and they'll stay with us now until eventually the squad gets a little bit bigger, and maybe they still might be around us, who knows.
And finally, you had a left wing back trialist in your team today. How do you assess his performance?
Yeah,
What
listen,
happened
Lewis has
now?
been excellent. He, again, his application and his desire to come here and get fit and show us what he's got. He's been at a good football club in Charlton Athletic. Everyone knows the capabilities he's got and the attributes because he played in the Championship and League One before. Yeah, he's had his times with injuries, but again, what we've got to do is we've got to make sure we give Lewis the best opportunity and the best possible chance of earning a contract here at Argyle, and we'll certainly do that. He's loving it here. He's blended in and mixed with the lads. Like he's been here for all season with them, so that's always nice to see. And I just spoke to him then and said, look, we want to keep you for another week or two, and then we'll make a decision in the next week or two. He's happy to do that. So hopefully we can, if he continues to put performances in like that and keeps fit, then why not?
Thanks for speaking to us.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.